Hello everyone. Welcome to class 6 subject maths chapter 2 whole numbers lecture 1. In the previous chapter we have learned about counting 1, 2, 3, 4 and so on. These numbers come naturally when we begin counting. Hence we all call them counting numbers or as natural numbers. The smallest natural number is 1 and there is no largest natural number. Let's take one example. Suppose we ask you to count the number of students in your class. So from where you will start counting? You will start counting from 1. So these are called counting numbers because we always start counting from 1. And these counting numbers are also known as natural numbers. Now see the concept of 0. The concept of the number 0 came much later than that of natural numbers. First of all, natural numbers has developed. After that, number 0 has come. The number 0 together with natural numbers means all the natural numbers plus 0. The numbers become 0, 1, 2, 3, 4 and so on are called whole numbers. I am repeating, what are whole numbers? Natural numbers including 0 are called whole numbers. And what are natural numbers? Counting numbers are called natural numbers. The smallest whole number is 0 and there is no largest whole number. Smallest natural number is 1 and smallest whole number is 0. But there is no largest neither natural number nor whole number. Now see how we will make number line of whole numbers. Here are some rules also to make a number line. One number line you can see on your screen. The line drawn above is called the number line. From the number line, we observe that there is no whole number on the left of 0. See, you can see in the number line 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay? And see on the left of 0, there is no whole number. And every whole number on its right is greater than 0. And the numbers which are written on the right hand side of 0, that is 1, 2, 3, 4, so on, these all are greater than 0. Second is, a whole number is greater than all those whole numbers that lie to its left on the number line. Suppose we are talking to 4. 4 is a whole number. Then 4 is greater than all the whole numbers which lie on its left hand side. What are the whole numbers which lie on the left of 4? That is 3, 2, 1 and 0. So we know that 4 is greater than 3 also, 2 also, 1 also and 0 also. So a whole number is greater than all those whole numbers that lie to its left on the number line. Third point is, a whole number is less than all those whole numbers that lie to its right on the number line. As on the left, number is greater than all the left side whole numbers, and if a whole number is less than all whole numbers that lie to the right on the number line. Again, I am taking the whole number 4. The number to the right side of 4 is 5, 6, 7 and so on. Okay, so 4 is less. 4 is less than all the whole numbers which lie on the right of it. 4 is greater to all the whole numbers which are on its left hand side, and it is smaller than all the whole numbers which are on its right. Fourth point is, There is no whole number between two consecutive whole numbers. Let's take the example. Two consecutive whole numbers means लगातार. So we can take two consecutive whole numbers, say 2 and 3. Is there any whole number between these two? No. Take any one more example. 11 and 12. These are two consecutive whole numbers. Is there any whole number between 11 and 12? No. So we can say that there is no whole number between two consecutive whole numbers. And there is at least means kam se kam. And there is at least one whole number between two non-consecutive whole numbers. If we are taking two non-consecutive whole numbers, say 3 and 5. Suppose I am taking 3 and 5. So how many whole numbers are there between 3 and 5? There is 4. Okay. So there is at least one whole number. More is possible. More than one is possible. But at least one whole number is there between two consecutive whole numbers. Let's say 5 and 12. So between 5 and 12, how many whole numbers are there? 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. These are between this. So how many are they? 6. So there are at least one whole number between two non-consecutive whole number, and there is no whole number between two consecutive whole numbers. Now our next topic is successor and predecessor. Successor and predecessor, you are learning, you have heard these names from, I think, 3rd class. What do you mean by successor? One more than the given whole number is called its successor. Okay? Whatever whole number we have, if we add 1 to it, we will get the successor of that whole number. Or simply we can say, to find out the successor of any number, we will add 1 to it. Thus 1 is the successor of 0, because 0 plus 1 is 1, and 2 is the successor of 1. 1 plus 1 is 2. So in this way you can find out the successor of any whole number, any number, okay, by adding 1 to it. Now come to predecessor. Predecessor means one less than a given whole number. When we subtract 1 from any number given, we will get the predecessor of that. Or in simple words, we can say minus 1. For finding the predecessor of any number, what we will do? We will subtract 1 from the given number. So 0 is the predecessor of 1. How? 1 is a number that we have, and when we subtract 1 from it, because for predecessor we have to subtract 1. So 1 minus 1 is 0. See one more example. 1 is the predecessor of 2. 2 is a whole number, and when we have to find out the predecessor of 8, we will subtract 1 from 2. So 2 minus 1 is 1. Okay. So what is successor? Successor means 1 more than the given whole number, and predecessor means 1 less than the given whole number. Now I am going to summarize what I have told you today, all the main points of today's lecture. Okay, first is all natural numbers together with 0 are called whole numbers. Natural numbers are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and so on. When we add 0 to 8, it will become a whole number. Every natural number is a whole number. That is very common. Every natural number is a whole number. 0 is a whole number but not a natural number. Because whole number starts from 0 and natural number starts from 1. So 0 is a whole number but it is not a natural number, because counting numbers are called natural numbers and we start counting from 1. 0 is the smallest whole number. Which is the smallest whole number? 0. There is no largest whole number. As there is no largest natural number, so there is no largest whole number. The successor of a whole number is 1 more than the given number. Or in simple words, what we can say, successor is plus 1. We will add 1 to the given number. Next point is, the predecessor of a whole number is 1 less than the given number. Predecessor is 1 less than the given number, or we can say minus 1. For finding the predecessor, we will do minus 1. Next is, of the two given different whole numbers, the one which lies to the right on the number line is greater than the other. If the two whole numbers are given on the number line. Okay, imagine the number line, and if the two whole numbers are given, suppose it is 2 and 7. Suppose it is 2 and 7. Now see in the number line which whole number lie on the right hand side. You can see 7. You can say that 7 is on the right hand side of 2. So the number which is on the right hand side is always greater. So 7 is greater and 2 is smaller. There is no whole number between two consecutive whole numbers. If in continuity we have two whole numbers, there is no whole number lie between them. And there is at least one whole number between two consecutive whole numbers. If we have two non-consecutive whole numbers, so between them there must be at least one whole number. More than one is possible, but less than one is not possible. Minimum one whole number must be there between two non-consecutive whole numbers. On the basis of this lecture, you can do homework, exercise 2.1 of NCERT, and try this hot question also. Which is greater, the sum of first 20 whole numbers or the product of first 20 whole number, or the product? What you have to find out? The sum of first 20 whole number is greater or their product. Don't add and subtract these numbers. Okay, in these questions, don't add. To find out the sum of first 20 whole number, don't add them. And to find out the product of first 20 whole numbers, don't multiply them. Just use this. For this, use your mind. How to find out the answer? Now I am going to discuss with you homework solutions of chapter 1, lecture number 5. In lecture number 5, we have discussed Roman numerals, how to convert Roman numerals into Hindu Arabic and Hindu Arabic into Roman numerals. First question was, write Roman numerals for each of the following. First is 73. How we write down 73? 73 is 70 plus 3. We don't have any Roman numeral for 70. So we get 70 as 50 plus 10 plus 10. So for 50 we have Roman numeral L. For 10 and 10, x and x, and for 3, I. So it is L, X, X, I. Then second is 92. 92 is 90 plus 2. Again, we can't have any Roman number, any symbol in Roman numbers for 90. So 90 we can write down as 100 minus 10 and plus 2. And when we have to subtract any smaller number, we have to subtract any number from the bigger number, we always write down it to the left hand side. So first of all, we will write down 100, that is C. When we have to subtract 10 from it, we will write down 10 on the left hand side of C, that is XC. It becomes 90 now. Now write down 2, I and I. Third is 269. 269 is 200 plus 60 plus 9. 200 we will write down 100 plus 100. So it is C. 60 we write down 50 plus 10. When we add something to the greater symbol, we will write down on the right hand side. So first of all write down 50, that is L. Then we have to add 10 in that. So we have written X, then 9. I and X. So for 269 it is C, L, X, I, X. Fourth is 598. 598 is 500 plus 90 plus 8. For 500 we have the symbol D. For 90, as I told you earlier, 100 minus 10. So it is XC. And for 8, 5, 6, 7, 8. That is 3 times I. At the most we can write down 3 times. So it is D, X, C, V, I. Next is 954. 900 plus 50 plus 4. For 900, we will write down 1000 minus 100. And when we have to subtract any number from the greater, we will write down on the left hand side that. So for 1000, we have symbol M. And we have to subtract 100 from it. So 100 we will write down, means C we will write down on the left hand side of M. So it is CM. Now 50 is L and 4 is IV. So it is CMLIV. Next is 317. 300 plus 10 plus 7. It is 317. Now for 300 we can write down 3 times C. 100, 100, 100, because at the most we can write down 3 times any symbol. So it is 100, 100, 100 becomes 300, then 10, that is X, then V, 5, and then I, which makes 7. So it is C, X, V, I. Next is 2784. It is 2000 plus 700 plus 80 plus 4. For 2000 we have M and M, 2 times M. Then for 700, 500 for D, C and C for 100 and 100, so 500 plus 600 plus 700. Then for 80, first of all we will write down 50, that is L. Then 60, 70, 80. We have to add 3 times 10, so we will write down X, X, X. And then 4, I and V. So M, D, C, L, X, X, I, V. Question number second is, write each of the following Roman numerals in Hindu-Arabic numeral. First is LIV. It is 54, LIV. is 54. L is 50 and then 4. D, C, X, 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 I, V. D is 500, C is 100, which becomes 600, then 10, 10 and 10 becomes 30, and then 9, 639. Third is MCDLIX. MCD is 1459. Next is CCXLIV. CC is 100 plus 100, that is 200. XL is 50 minus 10, that is 40, and then 4. So it is 244. Now fifth part is CMXIV. CM is 1000 minus 100, that is 900. X is 10 and IV is 4. So it is 914. Last is MLXXIV. M is 1000, L is 50, XX 10 plus 10 20. So 50 plus 10 plus 10 is 70 and then 4. So it is 1074.